How long did you take off after the season was over?
1 month. I took a whole month off of pitching. Did a little bit of working out and stuff, but it was very light, very minimal. So.
How
Was that
different was it from a normal off season for you in terms of recovery from the workload last year?
It was pretty similar, to be honest. I think, in my opinion, especially at this level, taking a month off from doing any sort of activity, not just physically kind of giving yourself rest, but mentally as well. There is a life outside of softball, whether we like it or not. So kind of being able to go home, be with my family, visit some friends, spend time with my dogs, just like small little things, and take care of that first was really good, and it was really refreshing. So when I came back, I was just ready to get going and take off full speed.
You mentioned the physical and the mental. What was the toughest part that last 3 weeks in particular when you guys went from very much competing for a 500 record to when clearly looked things begin to tax you the way that they did? Was it the physical taxing, or was it the mental that you knew you were capable of more, but just your body couldn't take it anymore?
I think it was mental, honestly, just because I think finally, like, coming to the realization, everyone likes to think that they can do anything and everything that they want to do, but at some point your body does kind of tell you you've had enough. So kind of having to realize that and come to terms with that and find other ways to get hitters out instead of trying to strike them all out, or just trying to find a way to get them to put the ball in play and let my defense take care of it. That was very hard for me because that wasn't something that I was used to. I don't think people really understand the importance of a staff until you have to go almost a whole year without a full staff. And so realizing that, I think last year, I think it made me a better pitcher, both mentally and physically having to go through that, but it was definitely very, very taxing mentally, especially the last few weeks.
As a competitor, do you think you'll miss getting the ball every single time out?
As a competitor, everyone wants, like, when you're in high school, you're like, oh, I want to be the starting pitcher in college. Like, that's cool, right? But having a staff, I told all these girls as soon as they committed and transferred here, I was like, look, I'm going to be your best friend whether you like it or not, because I didn't have you last year. So I want what's best for the team. If that's me throwing another 200 and whatever innings next year, that's fine. If it's me throwing 10, that's fine. I want this team to win, and if this team's successful, I think we're all successful as a whole.
Knowing that you do have that support behind you, what are your expectations for this upcoming season, knowing that when you go out there, you're likely going to have a full tank to throw?
It's exciting, because I think there were some games a little bit last year that I could kind of get a little bit of a glimpse of it. I don't think a single game last year I was ever at full capacity, maybe in the season and at the beginning of the season, but of course you have the nerves and stuff. It was transfer, it was new to me, so you still had that playing into factor. But this year I feel a lot more relaxed and I feel a lot more confident. I know what I'm up against now. I know that I have people behind me that are going to come in. If I have a rough day, they're going to come in and take my spot, and they're going to shut things down. And I think it's very relaxing to be able to realize that, because it's easier to play when you're loose. And so me having the opportunity to play loose this year, I feel like my game is, hopefully, as long as I continue to progress, going to step up a lot.
What was it like to see, you knew that coach was going to be adding players via the portal in the offseason, but pitching-wise, she added darn near as good as they come, and what was available. What was it like for you to see that and watch that happen, that Brooke comes in and Smari comes in? What was it like? What was your reaction to that?
It was exciting. In my last meeting with Lombardi before I went home, we talked about it. She showed me kind of, an idea of how many people she wanted to bring in. And, I was like, go for it. I don't care if you bring in 6 more, like, just help, And then she, of course, was keeping us all updated, and so when those girls were on their visits, I was texting Lombardi. I was texting the girls that were here, helping them out with their official visits. I'm like, how's it going? Are they nice? Are they cool? Like, are they going to like me? Like, I was just very excited for them to get here. I was like, do I need to call them if I need to? Like, I just wanted something a little bit more detailed than I was, of course, allowed to get at that time, especially with me being at home. But I was all in it. I was very ready to get some help this year, and especially with those girls, they're beyond talented. They're going to do a lot of things this year.
Have you added any a pitch or two in your repertoire, or you're working on anything new?
I think, yes, I think all pitchers are kind of try to do that, especially in the fall. It's the fall season's kind of a season to start kind of experimenting and working on, fine-tuning some things that maybe you're already really good at, maybe working on some things that you're not, maybe adding a little bit of something. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to this fall, and I've already started to work on, is just kind of like adding a few little tricks up my sleeve and just trying to see what else I can come up with for the season.
Sinker?
We'll see.